Hi friends, this is your Srinivas, Mathematics faculty. In this video, I am going to discuss you about a very important topic that is trigonometric functions, graphs and their natures. And most of the people will feel difficulty in trigonometric functions natures. Through the graphs, it will be very easy. I am going to explain in this video now. Please friends, if you like this video, please share and subscribe my YouTube channel and also encourage me to make more videos for you. Okay, so now trigonometric functions. What are the basic trigonometric functions? They are sin x, cos x, tan x and their reciprocals cosecant x, sec x and cot x. And what are those graphs and what are the natures? What are the continuity, discontinuity, differentiability natures? What is periodic natures? We are going to discuss in this video. So first of all, sin x, cos x, tan x, cosecant x, sec x and cot x are 6 trigonometric functions. These are also called 6 trigonometric ratios because their values are ratios of two real numbers. So let us discuss about y is equals to sin x first. This is our first graph. Of course, okay friends, to draw the graph of y is equals to sin x, let us consider some angles on x-axis because for only few type of angles we know how to find sin x value. For our convenience, I am taking angles which are multiples of 90. Of course, we can also take some other values. So because of place convenient, we are taking only multiples of 90. According to sin x, suppose x value is 0, sin 0 is 0. So for 0, corresponding y value is also 0. X value is pi by 2. Corresponding y value is 1. Sin pi by 2 is 1. X value is pi, it is 0. X value 3 pi by 2, it is minus 1. X value 2 pi, it is 0. X value 5 pi by 2, again it is 1. X value minus pi by 2, it is minus 1. X value minus pi, sin of minus pi is 0. X value minus 3 pi by 2, it is 1. At 2 pi 0. At 5 pi by 2 minus 1. So this is the graph of sin x. Observe that whichever the angle we are considered, graph does not crosses two limits. Those are this is y is equals to 1 upper limit of the graph. And this is y is equals to minus 1 lower limit of the graph. And also observe that graph is touching y is equals to 1 line at pi by 2, again at 5 pi by 2. Pi by 2 and 5 pi by 2 difference is 2 pi. Again 2 pi is added to 5 pi by 2. Graph of sin x will touch the upper boundary y is equals to 1. And graph of y is equals to sin x touching y is equals to minus 1 line at minus pi by 2. Minus 2 pi added to minus pi by 2, again it is at minus 5 pi by 2, also graph touches lower boundary y is equals to minus 1. And also observe that at these points it is plus 1, at these points it is minus 1. Okay? At minus 5 pi by 2, at minus pi by 2, at 3 pi by 2 is 1. Again at 7 pi by 2 it will be equal to minus 1. At minus 3 pi by 2, at pi by 2, at 5 pi by 2, graph touches upper boundary. At those angles, graph value is equals to 1. And also observe that, check whether it is continuous or not. We can draw the graph of sin x without lifting marker from the board continuously. So that's why it is continuous. And also observe that where the graph is defined for what values of x it is defined. Observe that I am considering only few values which are known, and also in that also I am taking more convenience. Considered angles only multiples of 90, but before 90 we can see known angles 60, 45, 30, 75, etc. also. For all those values also graph is exist. So whichever the value on x-axis you consider, corresponding sin x value will be exist definitely. So that's why sin x is defined for all real values of x. Its domain is capital R. What about the range of sin x? Range of sin x means graph of sin x always lies between, always from minus 1 to plus 1 only. So that's why range of sin x is closed interval minus 1 comma plus 1, because it touches y is equals to minus 1 and y is equals to 1 line. That's why closed interval I considered. By observing the range of sin x, we can conclude that minimum value is minus 1, maximum value is plus 1. And also observe that it can be drawn without lifting marker from the board continuously, so that it is continuous everywhere in domain. So it is continuous for all real values of x. What about the differentiability nature? Whenever the function is discontinuous, wherever the function has sharp edges, at those points it is not differentiable. But no such situation will be arise for sin x. So whichever the graph, whichever the angle you consider, whichever the graph we get, it is always having smooth turnings only, not sharp turnings. These are looking like U-turns, not V-shaped turns. If there is any V-shaped turn, this is called sharp edge. But there is no such sharp edge. It is always turning point like this, having no sharp edge. That's why it is differentiable everywhere on its domain. Sin x is continuous on R, sin x is differentiable on R. And also observe that increasing decreasing nature. 0 to pi by 2, it is increasing function, because as x values are increasing, corresponding f of x values are also increasing from 0 to 1. After reaching maximum height, again it takes turn pi by 2 to pi. As x values are increasing, corresponding y values are decreasing. Observe that pi to 3 pi by 2 also same thing will be happened. 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, again it is increasing type. So 2 pi to 5 pi by 2 also again it is increasing. So throughout the domain, graph is not having unique nature, either increasing or decreasing. That's why we can say that sin x graph is neither increasing nor decreasing. And also periodicity nature. Observe that 0 to pi, one upward parabola. There is one loop of the graph. Again pi to 2 pi, one downward parabola. Because of inconvenience of place, I am drawing graph of sin x till 5 pi by 2 only. If I continue like this, again we get 2 pi to 3 pi upward parabola, 3 pi to 4 pi downward parabola, which is already repeated earlier. Here also we get one upward, one downward, one upward, one downward, one upward, one downward. But one upward, one downward from where to where? 0 to 2 pi. For these x values, whichever the graph is repeating every interval of length 2 pi. Again 2 pi to 4 pi also we can see same type of graph. That is one upward, one downward. Again 4 pi to 6 pi also same type of graph we can see. One upward, one downward. So that it is always periodic function for which length of interval it is repeating. That length of the interval is called its period. So period of the function is 2 pi. And also check whether it is 1 1 or not. 1 we can say that function is 1 1. If we draw any line parallel to x-axis, if it is intersecting the graph at only one point, then we can say that it is 1 1 function. But if we draw a line parallel to x-axis, it is intersecting the graph more than 1 points, so that it is not 1 1 function. It's not 1 1. It is a periodic. It is continuous everywhere, differentiable everywhere, minimum value -1, maximum value 1, range -1 to 1, domain is R, and neither increasing nor decreasing. But while talking about increasing, decreasing nature, quadrant wise means this is coordinate system. This is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Observe that first quadrant angle from 0 to pi by 2. Pi by 2 to pi, second quadrant. Pi to 3 pi by 2, third quadrant. 3 pi by 2 to again 2 pi, fourth quadrant. Observe that 0 to pi by 2, it is having single nature. As x values are increasing, corresponding sin x values means corresponding y values are also increasing. So in first quadrant it is increasing function. In the second quadrant means pi by 2 to pi, sin x is always decreasing. Pi to 3 pi by 2 also sin x is decreasing. 3 pi by 2 to 4 pi, 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi also sin x increasing. Means in first quadrant 0 to pi by 2 increasing, again in fourth quadrant it is increasing. Second quadrant decreasing, third quadrant also decreasing. So using this we can say that sin x first quadrant increasing, sin x second quadrant decreasing, sin x second quadrant decreasing, again sin x fourth quadrant increasing. Okay, increasing function means suppose x greater than y, sin x will also be greater than sin y for increasing function. For decreasing function, nature is x greater than y by implies sin x is lesser than. So observe that sin x is defined for all real values. Its domain is R. Because its graph is always lies between the lines y is equals to -1 and y is equals to 1. Its range is -1 to 1. By the range we can identify which is a minimum and which is a maximum values. Also it is not 1 1. It is continuous everywhere, differentiable everywhere. Periodic function with the period is 2 pi, and also increasing in first and fourth quadrants, decreasing in third and second quadrants. So this is about sin x graph briefly. Now let's go to cos x. Suppose x value 0, y is equals to cos 0, its output is 1, cos 0 is 1, x value pi by 2, cos pi by 2 is 0, x value pi, cos pi will be -1, x value 3 pi by 2, cos 3 pi by 2, 0, x value 2 pi, cos 2 pi is 1, again cos 5 pi by 2, 0, minus 5 pi by 2, 0, this is -1, 0, 1, 0. Okay, this is the graph of cos x, and also you see it is defined everywhere for all real values of x. That's why its domain is also R. So observe the range of the graph. It is upper boundary y is equals to 1, lower boundary of the graph is y is equals to -1. That's why its range is also same as sin x range. With this range we can also decide that minimum value and maximum value. Minimum value is -1, maximum value is +1. And also it is continuous everywhere on its domain. Throughout the domain it is continuous everywhere. That's why cos x is continuous on capital R. What about its differentiability? It is also differentiable, means it is having no sharp edges and no discontinuous points. That's why it is differentiable everywhere. And also observe that cos x reaches maximum height for xi. X is equals to 0, x is equals to 2 pi. X is equal to -2 pi, x is equal to 0, x is equals to 2 pi. At these points cos x is equal to 1, and where it is -1, at x is equals to -pi, at x is equals to pi, again it will come down at 7 pi by 2. Again it will come down at -7 pi by 2. At those values it is equals to -1. Okay, see, once it is getting equal to 1 for 0, again 2 pi is added to it, it reaches 1. Again where we get it is equals to 1, 2 pi is added to this 2 pi, means at 4 pi also it is +1. Again after that 2 pi is added to 4 pi, at 6 pi is also it is +1. So graph of this function is also repeating for every interval of length 2 pi. This is one upward parabola, -pi by 2 to +pi by 2, length is pi. Here to here pi by 2, here to here pi by 2 distance. Total distance is pi units. This is different. Again pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 also length pi. Here to here This is only the different graph. After this stage, before this stage, same graph will be repeated every time. One upward parabola, one downward parabola. That's why cos x is periodic function with the period 2 pi. Its period is 2 pi. And what about 1 1 nature? If we draw a straight line parallel to x-axis, it is intersecting the graph at more than 1 points. That's why it is not 1 1 function. What about its increasing and decreasing nature? Observe that 0 to pi by 2 on x-axis x values are increasing, but corresponding y values are decreasing. Pi by 2 to pi on x-axis x values are increasing, corresponding y values are decreasing. Pi to 3 pi by 2, as x values are increasing, corresponding y values are also increasing. 3 pi by 2, 5 pi, it is increasing. So throughout the domain, it is not having single nature, either increasing or decreasing. That's why its nature is neither increasing nor decreasing. Partially it may be increasing, partially it may be decreasing. 0 to pi by 2, it is a decreasing function. Pi by 2 to pi decreasing. Pi to 3 pi by 2 increasing. 3 pi by 2, 2 pi again increasing. 2 pi to 5 pi by 2 again it is decreasing. So 0 to pi by 2 it is first quadrant. In the first quadrant, cos x is increasing. In the first quadrant, cos x is decreasing. In the second quadrant, cos x is decreasing. Second quadrant means pi by 2 to pi. Again, third quadrant means pi to 3 pi by 2. Pi to 3 pi by 2, what will be the nature? It is increasing type. 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Fourth quadrant, cos x is increasing. Here also, in first and second quadrants, whenever x greater than y, cos x will be less than cos y. In third and fourth quadrants, x greater than y by implies cos x also greater than cos y. Observe that it is a periodic function with a period 2 pi. It is continuous everywhere, differentiable everywhere, and range is -1 to 1, maximum value +1, minimum value -1. Domain is or neither increasing nor decreasing, but increasing function. Partially it is decreasing first to second quadrants, increasing in third, fourth quadrants. Okay, so this is about cos x graph and its properties. Now, in our next video, we will discuss about remaining trigonometric functions graph also. If you like this video, please share and subscribe and encourage me to make more videos. Thank you friends.